Gino Colombara is the Executive Director of the Southeastern Virginia Chapter of the Alzheimer's Association. And the sad news is that he's been here for so many years, but he's leaving us shortly. So tell us what you're going to do in your next life, and then we're going to talk about everything that you've done since you've been here with the association.
Well, as you said, I've been here over 27 years, and this is quite an exciting and emotional time for me, for sure, as you can well imagine. And me and my wife, who's been a partner with me along this journey for these 27 years, we're going to take a road trip cross country and go visit places we haven't seen before and visit friends that we haven't seen in a while as well. So we're going to take our time and just hit the road and do things that we haven't had the opportunity to do. So we have it all mapped out, and we know where we're staying, and so we're really excited about it. So it'll be a nice journey and something a treat for both of us, because my wife retired from education last year after 44 years. So this is.
She's been waiting.
She's been waiting.
Yes.
That's right.
A question for you. So I'm sure in the time that you've been here with the association, you had hoped that you would see the end of Alzheimer's.
I did.
Yeah.
And you know, although that was my hope, I'm confident that I will see the first of many survivors. I won't be sitting in the same seat I currently am, but it doesn't matter. The objective is to change that tide of Alzheimer's, and give people that hope that we can treat this disease and keep people functional and have a good quality of life for a longer period of time. And I do really believe in all my heart that we will see that day, and we'll see it together.
Yes.
We will see it together.
Yes.
So I feel grateful that I was able to be part of this association and play a small part in terms of where it is today. And I'm very excited about what the future holds for the association, our local chapter, and most especially for the families that are navigating this cruel disease, because I do think the light at the end of the tunnel is brighter and brighter each and every day. And so much has changed in terms of the landscape when I started in 1995 and where we are today. So that says a lot. Says a lot.
Where are we currently? Are there some research projects that look promising? I mean, if you could say when you thought maybe we would.
Well, obviously I'm not a researcher or in the medical field, but I would say right now there are about 6 drugs in third phase of FDA trials. There are over 100 drugs in various phases of FDA trials, specifically focused on Alzheimer's and dementia. And I think, in the next 3 to 5 years, we may see some new generation drugs that will come out, similar to the Aduhelm that was approved last June. Obviously, the next generation of drugs, we hope that it will really prove its efficacy right out the gate.
Right.
And I think there's great hope for that on the horizon. So the association has been a leader in terms of really advancing research, and really our advocates have been. I mean, consider this, Stephanie, in 2011, national research funding at the National Institutes of Health was $448 million for Alzheimer's.
Wow.
Today, it's $3.5 billion almost. So it's almost a 7-fold increase in 11 years. So we've come a long way in a short period of time, and I think that just speaks to the urgency of the cause. When I started, I was a caregiver like yourself, right? And my dad had the disease, and at that time, awareness of the disease in the community, in the health community, in the social service community was practically nil. The association was still in its infancy, and I think people still at that time and for a while after really saw the association more in terms of research and didn't understand the other components of our mission in terms of care and support, what we do locally in each of the areas that we have chapters. I know when I was going through this disease, and you may have felt this as well, but I felt very alone in that journey, and didn't know where to reach out to, and how to move forward, and now, there is a ability to move forward, and there is an ability to take control, because I know for me, I felt like I couldn't control this disease. I couldn't help, and we can help by learning about how to be effective caregivers, care partners, learning how we can take part in creating a future without this disease by advocacy, by participating in the Walk to End Alzheimer's, the longest day, or what have you. And, and increasing awareness, like not only have you worked for us, but you're a valued partner of the association, right? You helped increase that awareness through everything that you've done in this community and the partnerships that you have. So it's all working together for the same objective in a way. It's really to help people navigate what they're dealing with, no matter what they're dealing with is, to help them get them to the right people to provide that support, because we have a wealth of support in this community, and all you have to just know is ask, and you'll be directed to that. So, I feel good about that. I feel good about this association and where it's going, and I'm just grateful to have been part of it. I used to say this in 1995, and I say it still now until we get those effective treatments, is that education is the treatment right now. Education and awareness is the treatment, because the more we know, the more power we have, and the more that we can plan for the future more effectively, and not be alone in this journey. I hope, at the very least, I set a solid foundation for them to build upon.
Definitely.
And I want to state this really clear. It's not me solely setting that foundation. It's all of us. No organization is one person. It's a combination of people. And it's really that combination of people that has gotten us to where we are today, and for the same cause, to put an end to this disease. And so that way, when we have a Walk to End Alzheimer's, it'll be a celebration because we have survivors. And that, I am looking forward to that walk. And just because I'm retiring June 30th doesn't mean my commitment to this cause ends June 30th. I am steadfast in my commitment.
We'll have to zoom you in at the walks, which are very exciting. The two big walks to end Alzheimer's are going to be in Chesapeake and in Williamsburg, and the Senior Advocate, my company, has a team. We would love for you to join us, and at the end of the video we will give you a list of where they're going to be and what times. But before we end, will you tell everyone about the journey that you and Grace just did, your wonderful adventure that you're probably happy that you're finished with, but tell them what you did.
Well, we trained for 10 weeks to do a Try for the Cure, a triathlon. And we did, the longest day is June 21st, 2022 this year. So we used those numbers to do our try. So we did 6 miles of walking, 21 miles of bike riding, and 22 laps of swimming, all in one day. So we trained 10 weeks to do it. I am not a strong swimmer, so I used a noodle, but I did it. We did it, and we completed it a couple of weeks ago. And we've raised almost $5,000, so we're knocking on the door of $5,000 right now.
That's incredible.
And that is, so we're really very excited about that, and it was just a wonderful experience. And the longest day talks about the endurance of the caregivers. Well, this was an endurance event. And it really is to honor those caregivers and all those affected, because the journey can be a long one, but it doesn't have to be a scary one. You can have somebody along in that journey. You can see the road ahead, whereas back when I started, there were so many roads that you didn't know which one to take. And none of them had any light at the end of that road. So I think there's a great hope on the horizon, and it's due to all of us. It's due to all of us.
Well, thank you, Gino. This has been wonderful. We're going to miss you, but we know that you're not going to be. But so far, you and Grace have been part of our family for a long time now. So I'm excited for your future. And I know that the Alzheimer's Association is going to do fabulous with whoever comes in to be the new executive director, and Senior Advocate will be right here supporting them. Thank you again, and safe travels to you.
Thank you, Stephanie. You are not only a supporter, but you're a dear, dear friend. You and your mom both. So, and you're a great partner. So thank you for helping us get to where we are today as well, and where we're going to be in the future.
Yes.
So
thank you very much.